Good morning. I've had some questions about where to find the lexicon to look up original meanings of the biblical words that we use in class. And so I'm on BibleHub.com. And up here, if you just put, we'll just do Genesis 14. It'll pull up Genesis 14 here. These blue tabs are all the different translations of the Bible that you can use. I usually just leave it where it is because here is where you do your study. They have parallel scriptures, they have study Bible, sermons and topics, they have an audio Bible, they have visuals like maps and artwork, they have commentaries, which I recommend you use. They have the interlinear Bible, which is the Greek and Hebrew with the English. They have the Hebrew text, and then they have the lexicon. This is where you want to go, the lexicon. So when you click on the lexicon, it's going to pop up one verse at a time. And here we have all the English version. It's always going to, the lexicon's always in the NASB. So you might have to read your different translations side by side to kind of know, but you have your English version here, you have either your Greek or Hebrew, depending on if you're in the Old or New Testament here, which the more you use, the more you'll start recognizing these words. Then you have the Strong's Concordance, and so this is basically your dictionary. So say, let's try to find one here. Okay, so say this word war. Here's the Hebrew, and then you can click on this one, and it will pull up the lexical summary. So over here, it's going to have all the places it shows up, and it'll be highlighted. Over here, you're going to have the original word, the part of speech, which is helpful. You'll have the different versions. We have the KJV, we have the NASB, and then we have the word origin. It'll have your definitions right here. And then if you keep going, it will give like all of the definitions down in here. And after that, it will give a topical lexicon. So it's going to explain where this word shows up and how it is used, how many times it's used, how it's rendered mostly in English translations. And then it'll kind of give a history, like throughout the canon, holy war and divine warrior, war as an instrument of judgment, covenant and land, monarchy, prophetic perspective, how it shows up in worship and liturgy. And so it just keeps going down, and then it'll give you representative passages, and then it gives you a summary here. And so this is what I do. I just go verse by verse, word by word, to see if there is any potential term that shows up differently in the original language than it does in the English version. And so I just go verse by verse, line by line. So hopefully that's helpful. This is how I study in the beginning, just to make sure I understand everything in context. And then when you're in this section as well, you can go to the commentary section, and it'll pull up the commentary section that you already have pulled up. And these are all the different commentaries that you can click on. A lot of times I'll just scroll down and kind of speed read through these, just to get a kind of an idea of if people are generally in agreement on the section or if there is different interpretations. Yeah, hope that helps.